You can have strong ideas, clear writing, and solid research, and still lose your reader in the first few seconds. Most creators assume the problem is their content, or they think they just need better software. But very often, the issue isn't visible at all. It's your layout and your visual identity. Today, we're not talking about trends, shortcuts, or learning design software. Instead, we're going to look at three things: how layout affects trust, why visual decisions must be defined before you design, and how this system applies across blogs, books, and video. If you want your content to look professional without constantly redesigning everything, this will help. Let's start by clearing up a term that's often misunderstood: layout. Layout is not decoration, it's structure. It determines where the eye goes first, what feels important, and what feels overwhelming. Think of layout like architecture. When it's done well, you don't notice it, you just move through the space comfortably. When it's done poorly, everything feels harder than it should. Visual identity is often confused with logos or branding elements, but it's much broader than that. Visual identity is the system behind your visuals. It answers one simple question: does this feel consistent? When readers see your work, familiarity should come before recognition. They should sense coherence before they read a single word. Consistency builds trust faster than creativity. When your visuals change constantly, your audience never fully settles in. This is where most creators get stuck. They skip definition and jump straight into tools. You start designing, you change a font, you adjust spacing, you rethink colors. You never quite feel finished. That isn't a skill problem, it's a systems problem. Without rules, every design decision feels open-ended and exhausting. Professional-looking design is rarely the result of talent. It's the result of decisions made early and reused consistently. Visual rules don't restrict creativity, they protect it. When rules exist, you stop making the same decisions over and over. You define margins once, you define hierarchy once, you define structure once, and then you focus your energy where it belongs, on the content itself. Fonts are a good example of this principle. Most beginners choose fonts based on what looks good in the moment. That approach rarely holds up over time. Fonts should be chosen as a system. At a minimum, that system includes two roles: a heading font that establishes structure, and a body font that supports reading. Once those roles are defined, consistency matters more than novelty. You're not choosing perfection, you're choosing repeatability. When a visual system is in place, it begins to scale naturally. The same rules apply to blog posts, books, and video thumbnails. Over time, everything you create reinforces everything else. Your audience doesn't just recognize your content, they recognize your structure. Now that the visual foundation is in place, the next step is structure. In the next video, we'll move from visual rules to writing structure, how ideas are organized, paced, and expanded. This is also where AI tools start to become useful because they finally have boundaries to work within. Professional design isn't about creativity or talent. It's about making a small number of decisions once and sticking to them. If you're ready to build that foundation, I'll see you in the next video.